تفضل يا شيخ.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أخوة, والله my advice to you as parents, and I say this as a parent too, I have kids and grandkids, alhamdulillah. Take your kids out of the public school system. It's compromising their akhirah. Especially with the latest. I personally have been saying that for years because of the subject of Tawheed and Shirk. We know that America is, or the West in particular, is built on the separation between religion and the state, which is good to some aspect, but Ilhad now is a religion. Atheism is a religion. So they actually learn a religion in the public school system. You know, they teach your children that you can be happy without God, that things can happen without God. Imagine they spend 12 years, day in and day out, no God. Don't talk about God. You know, when we as Muslims are taught, يعني من عقيدة القدر يا إخوة, أن الله يخلق أفعاله. Allah creates what we do. You know, that's why when the adhan is called, when we hear حي على الصلاة, what do we say? I can't do it, Ya Rab, help me. So that's the attitude of a Muslim. Now they teach your children that you're independent, you're in control. The least, like I mentioned, the matters of the unseen, they should be settled and not questioned. They actually encourage your children to untie them. They tell you have to think, you have to validate that. You know? Especially now with the, and I don't know, some of you may not be aware of that the LBGTWXYZ, they got on the agenda of the civil rights movements from the 60s. You know that there is an organization called Black Lives Matters. You heard of it, right? So they work together. We're gonna push your agenda, but whatever we get of privileges, you're gonna get. This is very decideful, quite frankly. Because your sexuality is your thing, I don't have to worry about it. Why do you force it on me? Equating, what I'm trying to say, equating the discrimination against our African American brothers with this is very decideful, very deceiving. You know, when you have a human being who is discriminated against because of his color, yeah, that person needs laws to protect that. He can't go to that restaurant because of the way that he looks. That's not fair. Yeah, you need laws to protect that. But your sexual preference, what do I have to worry about it? Why are you pushing this on my kids, on my children? Not only on me, on my children. You know, it's... I don't know if any of you saw that the San Francisco choral, they were singing, they have this guy, we will get your children. Some people just go and we will get your children. And that's what they are doing it. We will get your children, they are after your children. And ya ikhwa, we're not inciting hate, like I said, you know, that's their business, you know, I don't have to worry about it. But I know from the Quran that those people's agenda is not going to stop at you accepting them or condoning what they do. Their agenda is what Allah told me in the Quran, أَخْرِجُوا آلَ لُوطٍ مِّن قَرْيَتِكُمْ إِنَّهُمْ أُنَاسٌ يَتَطَهَّرُونَ. Get the family of Lut out of this town because they don't want to be like us. They want to stay pure. That's their agenda. Don't deceive yourself, you know. Don't. again, this is, you as a parent, in my opinion, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded you to protect your kids from the hellfire. يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم. That's your responsibility. The akhirah of your child. The dunya Allah provides. We know that when we are in the womb of the mother, after 120 days, based on hadith Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, Sahih Imam Muslim, what does the angel write? Huh? This. What do you want to do? What is it? But that also throws responsibilities on the masajid, Sheikh, that the school, that we should try to offer Islamic schools. I don't know if we have vouchers here or not with the state, but make it affordable, because some states will allow vouchers, like Colorado, they don't have it here, yeah. So it becomes very testy, finding quality teachers. That's my advice, Allah. I give it to you as a father. I have children, and I made that promise to myself, even if I deprive them from education, I will not send them to these places. I hope I'm not fanatic there, but that's, yeah. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I think my question is very simple. How can you make someone believe in answers?
How you make someone believe in the unseen?
It's a common sense. Do you see your mind? Yeah. So, do you have mind or you?
Do you see the electricity? I mean, there are certain things that are logical, and logic can only validate or nullify them. If you look around you and you see this creation, who created that? You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addressed this issue in a verse in Surah Al-Tur. Did this creation create itself, or was it created out of nothing? أَمْ خُلِقُوا مِنْ غَيْرِ شَيْءٍ أَمْ هُمُ الْخَالِقُونَ. That's logical. You're talking about convincing now, using intellect, right? You're talking about someone who is denying. So who created, who made the sun, rise like that, and the moon, and the system? And you come out with two conclusions. Conclusion number one, there must be a creator. Because if you don't approve of that, then you're gonna say, then that creation came by accident, like those people are saying.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense. You're asking about how do you convince? It's not convincing you. So there must be a creator. This is number one. Also, you must come up with the fact that the attributes of the creator has to be greater and superior to what he created. They cannot be equal. أَفَمَنْ يَخْلُقُ كَمَنْ لَا يَخْلُقُ. Is the one who creates equals to the one who creates, the created? Yeah. Even us, when you make something, oh guys, I made this book. I made that watch. These are all logical arguments. Now, there is a revelation, there is a book, a God who claims that I created this, and I sent you messenger to believe in that. And he given evidence, multiple evidence. You know, therefore you'll always find this pattern in the Quran that always Allah's Lordship necessitated that before asking you to believe, look. That's the ideal, that's the Quran way. I don't like all these philosophical things. I like the way the Quran convinced you of the unseen. The Quran convinced you of the unseen this way, by using this logical argument.
Excuse me, guys. Only to inform you that the food is ready and we don't want it to get cold. So we can eat and we can come back. We have up to 3 o'clock at 3 o'clock in the morning. But we can limit the question. We, like said, 4 people only raise their hand, which we will finish 2 questions from Brother Aqil, and after this we can close. And after we eat dinner, if you want to sit more with the Sheikh, if we have the time, you're more than welcome.
Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.
My question is, Dawah Ilallah, so-called tabligh. What's your thinking about it? Here's the question.
No.
Is it Dawah Ilallah?
I would ask Sheikh Adly, what do you think of, do you want me to answer that?
Excuse me?
I want you to answer it.
Okay.
Can you repeat the question aloud?
They don't get to play.
Yeah, he's asking about the Jama'at al-Tabligh wa Da'wah and my take on it. I mean, if Sheikh Adly answered that question, but I have videos on YouTube about my position on it. MashaAllah, they are Muslim brothers, good brothers, may Allah reward them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Their intention is very good. But quite frankly, I have issues with the rituals that they include. The 40 days, where do you get that from? You know, the 3 days every month. That's my position. And in my opinion, the more crucial is the belief system. They have some issues there. You know, the aqidah that they have without going into details. But I would say at the end of the day, they are good brothers. Allah reward them.
Don't mind, I know that there is many questions, but also we give a share, at least half question
To the sisters.
from the sister.
Absolutely.
I promise, inshallah, I will make sure that the Sheikh doesn't leave without coming back again to the Musalla. If you want to come back, it's up to you. Sister, go ahead with the question, please.
Yes, I've always read Surah Al-Kahf, and I've heard lately that Sheikh Karim said that the hadith of reading Surah Al-Kahf on Friday is not authentic.
So the sister is asking regarding the recitation of Surah Al-Kahf. We know that there are 2 different accounts. One of them, the first and the last 10 verses, being protection from the Dajjal. There is no question about those, right? The only hadith that experts of hadith have some disagreement.
Concerning reading Surah
Yeah,
Al-Kahf, not the last 10.
yeah. I'm just, I'm building up. Yeah. I'm just trying. That's how you answer a question. So, as for the other hadith, yes, there are some experts who weaken the chain, but one of them is Sheikh Abi Ishaq al-Huwaini, but he is one expert. Others authenticated the sanad. I think Sheikh al-Albani did, if I'm not mistaken. So it's up to you, inshallah, deciding it or not. But remember the other rewards of reciting the Quran.
But it wouldn't be called as a bid'ah if I
No.
continue doing it.
I mean, there is a hadith which other experts of hadith authenticated it. At least they said it's Hasan. So you have a sanad, yani, you have an evidence. No.
For those who may did not come after dinner, on your behalf, I thank the Sheikh very much. But inshallah, I have 2 sleeping bags and I can lend you one. I'll be here after Isha. Mosque will be open for everybody. If you want to ask or you talk. If I'm new in shoes, I will come back again really, because Allah knows best when you're going to see him again, when you get the opportunity for somebody come out of town. I think, what about we eat the food and this will be the dessert? Sit with the Sheikh and ask him. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka. Sorry to cut it off. Excuse me.
الله يعزك يا شيخ.
Please kindly, let's move to outside for the dinner. The food is getting cold. Please. Brother Subhi, please hurry up. Subhi, keys. قول له تبغى عروسه ما تبغى تبع مساعده؟ يا قول
شلون الشدية؟ شلون شفت أخذ البعض؟
اوكي
أخذ مع
امسك لي هذه لو سمحت. امسك لي هذه. Is there anybody in the room? Anybody in the room? Anybody in the room? Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Leave.